In my first interview, I got to talk with Jason, also known as Tenfold, ask him some questions regarding his newly released album that I helped produce. You'll hear us talk about some of the songs and his meanings behind them. I hope you enjoy, and thank you.
What was your process like writing all these songs?
My process was pretty casual. I feel like we kind of had this theme of everything that we wanted to do, you know? I have a lot of themes that deal with abandonment and loss, whether that be relationship-wise or loss of self within one's suffering. As corny as it sounds, you know, like those were the main things that kind of added fuel to the fire for this. And this project is really just more so for me. Like, yeah, I'm pushing it out and I'm trying to promote it, and I want to do everything to the best of my ability, to the best of our ability that we can do it, but it's really more so a cathartic release for myself. Yeah, definitely loss, feelings of abandonment. Just really like a lot of real life stuff, you know. I believe that a lot of people are blessed enough to live through a life without experiencing these human experiences that come with tragedy, like losing someone at an early age that you're really close with, or having people kind of walk out on your life, or not being in the same position you once were when you're at a better mind space, things like that. They go their entire life without experiencing these things, but I wouldn't want to be the person I was prior to them happening. I'm very grateful for even the worst things that have happened in my life, so that it builds me up to be me.
How did it feel to step out of your comfort zone and try different things?
You know, like it was out of my comfort zone, but it also wasn't, because like my entire life, like I was always that kid that would like low key like sing in the hallways and like hum a melody, wondering if someone was like, yo, you kind of nice with it, you know, like on some corny shit. But so I knew like I could hold a tone, and I've never really sang on a record, but that was more so just because I didn't have the time to try. And I think when we were doing this, we had really all the time in the world. Like there was sessions where I'd come over and we wouldn't get shit done, and we'd be doing doing some shit that like would never see the light of day, but just trying shit, you know, and getting more comfortable in an environment between each other and the workflow between you and me, and doing all that. So it was nice. I enjoyed it, and I'm excited to try to utilize my voice as much as I can as like an instrument. I feel like a lot of people are afraid to do that because they don't want to sound cheesy or weird, or they don't want to be too expressive to where it takes away from whatever they're doing. But I think it's, when used right, it does really well, you know.
Can you tell me a little bit about the first song after Mr. Tenfold?
Mr. Tenfold is kind of, I feel like, a proper introduction to this entire sound that we have. I can't really describe it in one lane of music. Like I remember earlier today when I was pushing for the single, when I was pitching it, like it has like hundreds of categories of like genres, and like I couldn't find the ones to properly, you know, fit that sound, but I found the best ones I could. I feel like that's the same thing with this one. It's a good introduction to like the major themes. Dealing with losing Jason was probably one of the most impactful things in my life, in my early adult years, you know, having that happen, 19 and 20, and then also having my cousin pass away a couple days after. I kind of speak on that, and I know that like to a lot of people, like as everybody does when they grow and leave high school, like you don't keep your circle around like how big of a circle you might have had, but to all those people that I don't really talk to that I still love a lot, that just aren't really in my day-to-day life anymore, it's just kind of to let them know what's been going on, and try to introduce the atmosphere of everything that we've been creating to the best of my ability and your ability.
Do you have any favorite lines or tracks?
Dude, I can really like. It's cool when you stand behind the shit you create, because I can really like think for a minute on this. The first one that came to mind is the song that I made for my beautiful girl, called New Love. The opening line, which like no one would really like understand, is like really hard except for like me and people that get it. But it starts out, new love, a breath of fresh air, baby, I'm talking about a new lung. And my girl's last name is Lung. So having like going into this new relationship and it feeling so refreshing and everything happening so naturally, it feels so nice. It's truly is a breath of fresh air, and it just so happens that her last name is Lung. Like that's such a sick play on words. Also in that song, towards the end, I say, please invest in me, there's no interest fee, I give your sense relief like I'm your pay toll. That shit's hard. That one's hard too. I have a couple that I'm really proud of that just kind of come out. I don't know. It's man, shit light, but yeah.
What do you hope for those listening to get out of your project?
I wrote this down so to kind of preface this, as well as making these music, the music and this video and finding visuals and doing art for it. I've also been curating, like not curating, but creating a website to kind of be like a creative LinkedIn, because I feel like people don't just kind of show off everything that they've done, and like a lot of people, like you look at Pharrell, he has so many different accolades underneath his belt that you may not know, and like there's not one place to kind of see everything. So I'm trying to do that, and oh, we're gonna have to cut this out because I completely lost the question. Say the question again. There'll just be a random cut.
What do you?
Oh, what do I hope to get people? Nah, you can leave that in. That's funny. I just hope it connects with someone. Like I said earlier, it's kind of I made this project to like, yeah, I'm pushing it out, but it's not really, it's for me, but it's not for me, it's for Jason. It's for people who have maybe experienced any sentiments that I'm pushing within what I'm saying in the music. It's for my family that I don't get to see anymore due to whether it's like tethered bonds that we no longer have, or just distance and growth, because like everybody's growing all day, you know, like you're not gonna have that same set schedule like you had when you were 5 years old and every Sunday you go over to grandpa's house and see all your cousins from your mom's side. It's not gonna remain like that, and I still love those people, and they played a integral part to my life and my buildup of who I am, but it's kind of just to show them what they played a part in, as well as the people that like I said, that I just don't have relationships with anymore. And it's not even to like, hey, like look at me, look at what you're missing out on, look at who I am now. It's just I want people to know that, for the people that care, you know, I want people to know that I'm good, and I'm trying to do good by myself, not by myself, but do good by my own means of living, and be a good reflection of a God-fearing man. So
Before we end, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, by the time this is out, I will have had 2 singles released. The first one entitled Homebound, which should be coming out the 14th 12th of July. 12th of July. Let me not tweak. And then the second one entitled Bittersweet, the 18th. Following right after that, a week and some change, a couple days after, you guys will probably already know that I dropped an album entitled Until I Lose Again. 14 tracks. I hope you guys enjoy it. And hopefully as well, by the time that's out, my website called Something More, SUMNMORE.com should be up and running. You can go over there, check out any sort of art that I got on my page, any sort of prints to buy, any sort of lyrics to go to listen to the album with, visuals. Maybe I'll throw on some covers, some loosies that are on there, some just shit that just won't make it to any streaming services. But yeah, feel free to indulge in all that. That would mean the world to me if you guys can connect with that at least one time through. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know why I said thank you.